Look in the engine bay, see how much it's smoking right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, smoking quite a bit.
Yeah, it's all coming from there.
All right, you guys, we've been building this NSX for the past month or so, and we've yet to go on a real first drive. So today, we're starting off the episode with the keys. We're gonna fire up the NSX. We're gonna see if everything is working properly before we button this car up and really get it ready to go live on the road.
All right, will he scrape?
There's no real test to see if all the fixes we have made really improve the car until we just drive the car and just see how it reacts. Sometimes there's things you just don't know are wrong or need to be replaced until you're out just driving the car. And if you guys remember, since we've purchased this car, I drove it once up and down the street, but we didn't actually drive it. We didn't roll through the gears. So today is the exciting test of just trying to put some miles on the NSX and just see how it feels, how it's reacting. Is it gonna be overheating, which we think it probably will just because of the radiator being blown out. I mean, one thing I can tell off the bat is the alignment's obviously terrible, so I'm not gonna be critiquing that too much, but there's no power steering in this car, but I can feel the steering wheel has quite a weird tracking. It doesn't feel very smooth. It almost feels like we might need to service the rack, which we would not have known without us driving it. I've never even really rode through the gears, so we're just gonna have a little bit of fun today and see how the car drives. It's crazy how you can feel the VTEC in this car. I don't know if you can notice it, Anthony.
I can't really notice it, but I'm not looking for it. Like, I don't know.
Under 4,000, it's like kind of consistent, and then you can feel the torque kind of fall off, and then when you get to 5,000 and up, feels like the turbo is spooling, as if there was a turbo, although this is just NA, and you can really feel the car come alive.
Off rip, I think this is the only car that I've felt so low. I feel so low right now.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that when you put really aggressive lips on this car, it kind of kills the car because it's so low. It's always blowing up. Like, it can be very difficult. We're getting dust flying everywhere. This car hasn't seen 50 miles an hour in years. Odds are, if you're on the internet, you've heard of a thing called Temu. Temu is an online marketplace that offers the most competitive pricing pretty much anywhere on the internet for a ton of different categories, which pretty much means you can find anything you want for a ridiculously cheap price. And they have a bunch of cool terms like free shipping and free returns for up to 90 days. And if they ever deliver something to you late, you get a $5 credit attached to your account. And I bought a bunch of car-related stuff off of Temu so you guys don't have to, and let's review it and rate them. First on the list, jumper cables. A little DIY dent remover kit. Oh, it's hot glue. This is one of my personal favorites. A GPS tracker for your car. Plug it into your USB, download the app. GPS for life. Trunk organizer for your car. Anthony, I got this for you. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
Pink hair dryer? No, vacuum. This one I'm actually really excited for. Air compressor. I actually use this stuff all the time. This is great for the track. 38.5 PSI coming right up. It worked. This one's crazy, buckle up. Drone. Catch us in the next vlog. Drone shots coming back. 3-in-1 wireless charging kit. Let's go. Something I use every day on all my cars, a battery tender or charger. There's actually a special discount on this. If you click the link down below in the description, you can get this car charger for $1.23. It works. $1.23. Click the link down below. If you guys are interested in shopping on Temu, click the link in the description and download the Temu app. After you guys download the app, be sure to use the code that I got you guys, TJHunt100, and it will get you guys the perks for the 100 coupon bundle. Thank you, Temu, for sponsoring today's video. I had a blast reviewing these products and I had a blast shopping on Temu. Thank you so much, Temu, for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it. Want to be easy on the brakes, easy on everything.
Oh my God.
That's big pothole.
That was huge.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah. I will say the car feels really good. The steering is pretty bad. When we get high speeds, I'm getting a lot of steering wheel shake, which could be the wheels being imbalanced, could be a few different things. But when we're carrying momentum, this car is a ton of fun. I can really feel why people like this car. Oh my God. It is, the driving experience on the NSX is honestly better than the Supra, better than the RX-7, and it's much better than the R34. It has more of the superhero personality, but keep in mind, I've never driven an NSX before. I've never been behind the wheel of one. And dude, it is so sick. It is so fun. This thing is just asking to be on track, which is like how the whole entire car was designed. Wow. It is a lot of fun. I don't know how slow it feels in the passenger seat.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. It feels very slow in the passenger seat. I'm sure a lot of like the pep is actually feeling the car and feeling like shifting, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that fast in the passenger seat.
Oh, dude, the car is good though. I don't know how many leaks we're gonna find when we get back, and that was one of the biggest reasons for today's test. We've actually noticed that we've had a leak underneath the engine. We thought most of it was coming from what looked like to be the axle seal, which we've since then replaced. We also noticed that the cam cap could also potentially be leaking, but we don't know how long it's been leaking. We don't know if it's been primarily from us. We don't know if it was from the service job. So really putting miles on it today is gonna help us try to force the leak out a little bit and try to, one, see if we fix our axle leak seal, which I think we will, but two, we're really trying to see if the cam cap leak is fixed. And the only way to really test it is to be pushing it. But look in the engine bay, see how much it's smoking right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of fingerprints, there's been a lot of grime. We're gonna go back to the shop and just make sure that that's not anything too important. Odds are it's probably just the oils and stuff that we have fixed. And like I said, we did have a leak. We cleaned everything off. So we don't know if the engine was smoking a lot prior. A lot of things we don't know. But first initial test, it's pretty sick.
Okay, I'll be honest, that one felt fast. That one felt fast. And ever since you pointed out that VTEC hits over 5,000 and I'm looking for it, it's really cool to feel that.
Do you think it will do a burnout?
Try it.
I'm surprised, honestly.
We need to check the engine bay.
Oh my God.
All right, so the smoking looks like it probably could be the cam cap. Yeah, smoking quite a bit.
Yeah, it's all coming from there.
Yeah.
There's just been a bunch of oil on the underside of this heat shield on the exhaust
Yeah.
forever, and now you're just driving it for the first time in like 10 plus years. It's just burning all that off.
So nothing particularly bad.
Well, not. Well,
It's something we couldn't clean.
Oh, cam cap cover is pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah, there's moisture on the underside of the head.
Smells
Yeah,
good.
if you were
Smells real good.
Did you have guessed this was gonna happen?
No, I've been working on interior, so I put screws into doors.
Hey, I'll say, really fun to drive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah, for sure. You know, this was like inspired by Senna, and Senna had it on full throttle through first and second taking turns. You really feel like the low center of gravity. You feel like the supercar aspect of
Really?
it. Yeah, 100%.
Sick.
Drives way better than the Supra does. As far as like
Yeah, no,
feeling
I'm
connected to the
I'm
road,
curious.
and
I
not
like
feeling like you're in like a big boat. You know, because in like the R34 and the Supra, you feel like you're in big boats with big engines.
Yeah.
And then in the RX-7, you feel like you're in this dainty little paper boat.
Yeah.
And like it feels sketchy the faster you go. This feels like I'm in that dainty little paper boat, but I feel like confident.
Yeah.
And in the RX-7, I do not feel that way.
Yeah, like let's call it same weight, same size, same
Yeah.
feedback until 60, and then anything past that, this wants you to go harder. It
Yeah.
is planted, it promotes it. Where the RX-7 is just like you just feel kind of like
RX-7 feels like you're
twitchy.
gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, and this
It feels very twitchy,
Yeah,
which
this
this
doesn't.
does not feel like
That's
that.
sick.
But I will say the steering feedback,
Uh-huh.
it's either a bent wheel or it's just not balanced, but it's like very
vibrational.
vibrational is not the right word. It's more of like, vibrational would be like a really high frequency.
Yeah.
This was like a little bit of fighting back on the
Okay.
wheel.
I wonder if that's partially have like no steering assist,
see, that's what I'm
as
saying.
well as the front end has. I don't know how to explain it. So
I
I'm
know
gonna
there's no
butcher it.
power steering, but it feels like it's not that.
Gotcha.
It feels like there's no way that it fights that
Is
much.
it cornering or straight?
cornering?
Okay, that's weird. Because these have this really weird component on the front that ties in both front ends of the double A-arm to make it so it kind of eliminates bump steer. Like that's their whole claim to fame for the front from what I've heard and read a little bit. And so it makes it have like 100% super smooth, minimal feedback in turn and gives you like that planted confidence like you're talking about. So I'm wondering if that kind of like back and forth might be, because when tires sit for 10 years too, they develop a flat
I'm
spot.
like, the tires are dry rotted. It could not be. It could be really, really poor balance. Could be bent. We have no idea.
This one's like super corded too.
Oh yeah, that's
What?
right. There's that one's super corded.
Oh well, that would do it. So unfortunately now we have to do the job that no one wants to ever do twice, and that is drop the engine. To get to the cam caps, you need to remove the whole entire engine. So one step forward, two steps back, but once that gets fixed up and the leak is good, we know now the car's essentially good. We'll take a look at that front tire, make sure like the cording is probably what was causing that steering problem, which sounds like it, but this sucks.
You want to address the elephant in the room?
Also realized that we skimmed over the fact that we have Ronald McDonald now on the front. So the front end of this car is arguably the most troublemaking part of the whole entire car. Well, maybe the engine is now that we're dropping it twice. But we ended up sourcing a new top side of the bumper. A lot of you guys reached out in the last episode when we talked about just like trying to find parts of this car. So many of you guys reached out, especially in the NSX community. So shout out to you guys. But we have sourced a new front bumper because the last one Calvin spent like 4 days on and still just needed more and more sanding. So we ditched it, went to the Ronald spec, which is still gonna need quite a bit amount of work. As you can see, like all of this paint is chipping, but we bought it knowing it was like that. The body gapping here is still atrocious. If you remember, we were missing the brackets for the front bumper. Dylan was able to find those, so we did source those brackets, which is gonna help fill up this gap. And then a lot of this hood still needs to be massaged. It's coming together, and that's what we're focusing on. Might be taking a little bit, but we're getting there.
All right, dropper. Hold on, make sure this wheel speed sensor doesn't get caught like last time.
We have the wheel speed on
I got it. I got it.
We got way more clearance than
I don't
that.
know if I'm sad or impressed on how fast that you guys just did that.
Same with the R34. I am pissed off.
That was like under 2 hours.
It's a great reminder of how clean this is.
Oh,
you
hey,
know?
look,
Totally
look
forgot
at
about
all
that.
this.
Yeah,
You'll never
look
see
at
it
that.
again, but that's all great. Just so you can see exactly what's leaking. It's just right here. So, and it drips, if you look right here, right on the header. Or I mean the shield, but anyways.
So to answer everyone's question, why we didn't do this 3 weeks ago, we didn't have the cam caps. We didn't need it. We didn't think we needed it. We didn't realize because there was so much oil and it was leaking everywhere that we didn't realize that these ones were previously toast. The 90,000 service kit didn't come with it.
The kit was a little misleading when you ordered it. Like, it was just a little misleading, to be honest. When you have something that's been this neglected and this gross, it's really common practice you have to run it, you have to do some tear downs, some revisions, some fixes, and then there's so many leaks that you just don't know until you do exactly what we did. And luckily we've gotten pretty quick at pulling this motor. But here we are now, and now we can do the exact. Did you tell him yet? No. Okay. Here we are now, only doing just the cam caps, specifically just the cam cap seal. Nothing else.
Remember that wall I was telling you guys about? That's gonna separate the shop side from the Hunt & Co packing side. Well, check this out. Ooh, a little sneak peek, it's coming fast. I'm so excited. Also, a reminder that coming up on this Friday, we're going to be releasing the Hunt Quarters tee, Hunt Quarters sweatshirt, and the Hunt Quarters hat. Really excited about it. Set your alarm, we're gonna drop them at 10 a.m. and it's gonna be the first drop of the whole entire new facility. It's gonna feel good to operate and kind of get back in the flow of stuff. And stay posted because coming next week, we have a special certain car that I found that had a special certain incident that needs a special sort of love to fix. And trust me, you guys are not gonna wanna miss it. I'm counting the days till it shows up. We're gonna jump back on the NSX tomorrow and we're gonna get back to filming. I'll see you boys then. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.